If you set up cloud-native development environments, you know how difficult it can be to search for all the packages, install all the CLIs, and yeah, can be painful. Today I want to talk about a tool called Arkade, which simplifies installation of various CLIs and Kubernetes apps. So what is Arkade? Arkade is kind of like an overlay standardizing the installation process. It has over 120 CLI tools, plus 55 plus Kubernetes apps, and a way to automatically detect architecture. It's a really interesting tool. So we're gonna go through this workshop. It will be linked in the description if you want to go to it yourself. But we will set up a kind cluster, add a few apps, add observability on top of that, install an OCI image or a Helm chart, and maybe do some other interesting things with Arkade. So first things first, let's install Arkade. If you remember this command, curl -sls and then Arkade URL piped to sudo sh, that's the one command you need, and then you don't need to worry about all other tools. Arkade by default installs everything in .arkade/bin directory in the current home directory, so we're just going to add it to the path. Real quick, Arkade has 4 main types of apps. So we have Arkade install that installs a Kubernetes app. We have Arkade get that installs a CLI tool. We have also Arkade get chart and Arkade install system app. We will look at those in detail later. Okay, we can start by Arkade get kind and kubectl. You will see how quickly Arkade downloaded the binaries. We didn't have to search for them or read README files, just one simple command. Now, since we have a kind cluster, let's set it up. And once the kind cluster boots up, we will be able to use Arkade to add Kubernetes apps and configure cluster in various ways. As long as this cleans up, let's talk about the use cases for cloud-native environments. The use case that Arkade addresses, the way I see it, is kind of twofold. You can either quickly set up something on a new machine, or just if you have a project that requires those tools in Kubernetes cluster requiring those apps, you can do it, or you can do the same in CI. So you again don't need to go through all the complicated process of setting things up, just use Arkade. All right, we have created a cluster. Let's see if everything is working. We have a one control plane node. Now let's install some Kubernetes apps. You can see all available apps when running Arkade install --help. Under the hood, Arkade uses Helm and kubectl to install various Helm charts or directly apply Kubernetes YAML. Okay, we can install Prometheus, and we're gonna set Grafana enabled true. So Arkade offers a way to set Helm flags, or you can just install directly like I'm doing with Postgres. Those are equivalent of installing those applications using Helm charts. So once this is done, we can actually see if our Prometheus is ready, and we can check it out. Might take a moment to clean up. I think we are having the port forwarding ready. Let's see if it's working. All right, we got a Prometheus running with one simple one-liner. What else can we do with Arkade? We can install command line tools. So with Arkade get, you can see a list of command line tools. There's quite a few, the ones that you might be familiar with, like Terraform, Vagrant, Vault, YQ, and so on. So think about it again as a quick way of grabbing a command line tool, whether on your own machine or in a CI environment, without going through a artisanal installation process. So let's grab a vCluster CLI and K9s. So that looks pretty easy. Binaries are there, and we can launch K9s. That was super simple. We can also install a chart, so we can use Arkade as a pass-through for installing a Helm chart. In this case, I'm going to install Crossplane, doing it. So now Arkade will pull the latest version of Crossplane, which is 1.16.0 at the moment of recording. And we got Crossplane on our cluster. That was easy. Another category of tools is Arkade system install. Those are tools that don't quite fit into the Arkade get category of other CLIs. They maybe require a little bit more setup, but you have a list of those here, and we can grab one, for example, registry, that will enable us to convert this machine into the Docker registry. So that's it, a real quick demo of Arkade. I use this tool all the time. It's really great. If you like it, make sure to say thanks to Alex, the creator of the tool. You can also sponsor him on GitHub. There's a sponsor link. And what we did, we installed Kubernetes cluster, we installed some apps, CLIs, and all with just one command line tool, which makes it super fast and super easy. Arkade obviously has more to offer, and we didn't cover all the things it can do. So go ahead and check out the official documentation to explore all the options. This scenario is available. I have also other scenarios, blogs, and videos. If you like this type of content, please do check it out. So that's it for this quick video. Thank you, and see you in the next one.